Hello everyone, welcome back to a special one shot of Soul to Mafia. Because you all have wanted a special episode, so here it is. With Taekook, it has been a year, and now Taehyung started his college again. Are you sure you want to date Jungkook? Jimin asked for the second time, and Taehyung nodded again. He and his six Hyungs have been out at evening dinner. Jimin also joined the mafia, and Taehyung wanted to take a big step with them. Since they were all together for a year now, they finally gave themselves a free day and from mafia business and go out for a dinner. It was the most relaxing day everyone had experienced since they got too busy in mafia, as they are the most powerful mafia group, and also Taehyung was too busy with his college. Even if everyone was kinda together with everyone, Taehyung was always the center in the group. Because of him, they all got together, of course, because Taehyung is a little and he need care, but Taehyung never slept in his little space with Jungkook until now. When Taehyung told it to others, they weren't really amused, since everyone knew that they got feelings for Jungkook, as well as Jungkook was in love with him, and they both confessed it the night. Taehyung was taken back. He never could have thought that the mafia boss would like him in a romantic way, as Taehyung did sleep in little space with Jungkook ever, so he was afraid. What if Jungkook discussed or would break up with Tae, or what if the whole relationship would break because of Jungkook fed up taking care of little Tae. Taehyung would never wanted to risk his perfect relationship with the mafia boss and other members that were a family for him, as Taehyung's parents weren't that accepting to little space and sold him to his new family. His fake mother, as whom God knows Jungkook what did, called Taehyung names and silly before selling Taehyung to those. Taehyung simply stopped sleeping. Okay, it was now over 3 months when Taehyung slept for a last time. He still wanted to, but it was way too dangerous for him, as he is insecure now. Neither way, he is busy with college and other members with mafia mission. Today was a day off from college, and Jungkook was with Taehyung in their bedroom. I really think I'm ready, Taehyung told Jungkook for a second time. Both were seated on the king-size bed. Taehyung was told Jungkook that he wanted to finally do it with Jungkook. Taehyung knew that Jungkook had done some one night and it didn't really bother him, but it would be Taehyung's first time, as he didn't go out of his house or shop ever when he was with his fake parents. Tae only was scared and he didn't know why. Every time he was asked by Jungkook to do something naughty, Tae denied and tried to figure out why he didn't want to do something with Jungkook yet. Jungkook never forced Tae for anything, but the only reason for Taehyung is his fear of sleeping with Jungkook was that Jungkook was all experienced in this field and he was still not touched. Do you think you want it fully or something special, like only kissing, making out, or touches? Jungkook asked. Taehyung looked at Jungkook like the other was not. How should he take all the action in one time? They never did something like this. He only watches some video to prepare himself mentally, but that was it. Are you nuts? All I have zero experience. I don't care if what will you do, but only not more than kissing and touching. Taehyung started on looking on the ground. It was so embarrassing to talk with the mafia boss or his boyfriend about how much physical they can get. Okay, as you say, my little Tete, Jungkook said and placed himself on the top of the bed and hugged the younger. Taehyung looked up and found himself not much away from Jungkook's face. He looked away, flustered. Tete, his head snapped to Jungkook, who called his name. I am using the traffic light system. When everything is going good, while I ask you, say green. If you need a break or a slow pace, say yellow. When you want to stop, say red. Please use this and don't bottle up the pain. I know you do it way too often. If you can't say anything, tap 2 times for yellow and 3 times for red. Taehyung nodded, understanding. Jungkook pulled Taehyung on his lap again and started leaving little kisses on his jawline. Jungkook took his neck and prepared it in mock. Hyung. Taehyung cried and shifted it a bit on Jungkook's lap, which made the older let out a dark cry. He pressed their lips together and grabbed a handful of the youngest hair, pulling it back to so Jungkook could have done with his lips, and he had more access to his neck. Jungkook started to get some mark on it while Jungkook explored Taehyung's mouth. When Jungkook then gave a kiss on his closed eyes, Taehyung let out a quiet whimper and dug his fingernail in Jungkook's strained shoulders. What's your color, princess? Jungkook asked, tightening Taehyung's head in his direction. The younger opened his eyes but cried as he heard the nickname. Jungkook gave him green. He shuddered and moved his back again. Jungkook held hand slipped down Taehyung's waist and slipped under the shirt that made Taehyung cry even more. Taehyung kind of angry on himself. Why did he always deny to do this with his boyfriend? Jungkook made him feel so good, like he was in heaven. With this fast movement, Jungkook held Taehyung's shorts. Tete, can I take it off? Jungkook asked. They nodded. Yes. Taehyung cried after Jungkook was done. Taehyung pulled his knees up to his chest. Taekook saw each other like this to a certain point, like when they were low on their time and still had to shower for going college and mission. But this was way more embarrassing. Hey princess, can you move your legs for me? There is nothing to be ashamed of, Jungkook asked, and the boy slowly put his legs down, still embarrassed. See, my princess is so beautiful. No wonder why you are so highly requested as a model in your college. Jungkook praised him and kissed Taehyung. What do you say, princess? What is your color? Should we stop here? Jungkook asked. More? Taehyung cried. He wanted to do it now. It was impossible for Taehyung to stop now. You did good, princess. Don't know that you could be like that in bed. A little silly, Tete. Jungkook said and pushed the hair out of Taehyung's face. Suddenly the younger's gaze sank and tears welled up in his eyes. He hated the name. It reminded him of his parents and hated it. He didn't want it to remind himself of the name again. Jungkook noticed and tried to reach out for Taehyung, but the younger quickly crawled out of his reach and hid under the messed up blanket. Without noticing, Taehyung let himself slip into little space. Tete, Jungkook asked, being concerned about his behavior. Can you please come out? I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Jungkook tried to apologize, but Taehyung didn't hear him. He pressed his hands over his ear and sobbed quietly, just now how he did it all the time when his parents would call him this. Jungkook pulled himself out of the bed and tried to walk to Taehyung. Tete, he asked, knowing that the younger loved the nickname more than everything. Can Tete come out? I wouldn't do anything to you. Just listen to me. Jungkook begged and sat down near to the boy on the bed. The sobbing stopped for a short time and Taehyung heard it peeked out of the blanket. Due to the gaze, Jungkook could easily tell that the younger was in headspace. Can you tell me how old Tete is? Jungkook asked, earning confused look from his boyfriend. Taehyung fiddled with his fingers till he showed 4 fingers to Jungkook. The older gasped and refilled the younger's hair. That's good. Is Tete hungry or do you want anything else? Jungkook asked. Tete want Tata? Taehyung said in a high-pitched voice no one ever heard. And can you tell me where Tata is? Jungkook asked, hoping that Taehyung didn't throw him away. Little Tete seems to think, but he shrugged with his shoulder and made grabby hands to Jungkook. The older quickly grabbed his shorts and pulled them on. Wait a minute, I will get clean shirt for Tete, Jungkook said and picked little Taehyung up. He went to his closet and grabbed a clean shirt and some new clothes. Dada, why my back hurt? Taehyung asked, confused, and began to feel his back going down to his bump. Before they could touch something that would traumatize little Tete for the rest of his little space life, Jungkook pushed his arm away and put the shorts and shirt on. And let's go to your room for answers, Tata, Jungkook said and walked with Taehyung out of the room. All the other members was also in Taehyung's room as they heard the crying noise of Tete. I don't know what caused him to sleep, but it doesn't seem to be a good thing that he sleeps like that. Jungkook agreed as Jimin asked him about everything and tried to figure out what caused them to sleep so suddenly. It was my fault. I was dumb and forgot that I didn't ask what they like to be called, so I called him unintentionally silly like I do whenever I feel dominating all the time, Jungkook explained, embarrassed. You can give him to me. You are looking tired, Cook, Jin said, and pleading eyes. Jungkook stood up immediately and put Tae down, but Taehyung clung onto Jimin suddenly. Dada is big mini. Taehyung pouted and took a sip out of his sippy cup that Hobie got for Tae. Tete, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to call you that. I just got lost in my dominance and didn't thought about what I could call you. Jungkook apologized. Little Taehyung seems to think that he let go of Jimin's neck and made grabby hands towards Jungkook. Jungkook's face lit up and he again took him from Jimin beside being tired and placed them on the bed. Can Tete tell us why Big Taehyung didn't let you sleep? Jungkook asked, kneeling in front of Taehyung. The little Boy turtled his head trying to think of an answer because you all be disgusted. They simply said and took another sip of the warm milk. We would never be disgusted by such a cutie, Jungkook said and gave Taehyung a big hug. But what happened to my butt? It still hurts. Little Taehyung pouted and tried to get in a comfy position. Taehyung fell down the stairs, but it's nothing dangerous, Jungkook quickly lied. Little Taehyung nodded and snuggled close to Jungkook, yawning and closing his eyes. Is little Tete tired? Jungkook asked and came a bit closer. Taehyung nodded and closed his eyes. Cuddles? Jungkook asked with a tired voice and separated his arm, letting the sippy cup fall, but Jungkook was fast enough to catch it when they both finally done. The rest of all walked out of the room. Taehyung crawled in and let Jungkook pull him on his chest. Jungkook hugged him. The little snuggled close to Jungkook's neck and breathed in the soft scent. It was most comfortable thing he had in his time as a little. Jungkook take Jimin and Taehyung back to his mansion. When Jimin saw Yoongi in the same mansion, he was shocked. It has been 1 month, but Yoongi was still behaving strange with Jimin, and Jimin wanted to end this. He was craving for Yoongi's love, and desire was making Jimin to go in depression. Jimin wanted it to end all of this. He wanted for Yoongi to come in and hold Jimin to make Jimin stop crying. He wanted from Yoongi to numb in the pain like Yoongi has always done in college all those times before, but Yoongi couldn't. Yoongi was far away from Jimin and there was nothing Jimin could do. Yoongi claimed in college that he stopped loving Jimin and will never stop. Right now, Jimin had locked himself in the bathroom alone with a sharp object in his hand, sitting on the bathroom floor, sobbing his eyes out as the pain coming from the forearm. At this time, no one was at the home. Taehyung was in college and other members was at the mansion. Jimin was ignored and the noise continued to hurt himself until Jimin heard the door opened by the unlock of a key. As Jimin had locked the room from inside, it was him, Yoongi, because Yoongi was the only one person who had a key of this room because the room used to be Yoongi's before Jimin came here. Jimin, where are you, Jimin? He calls out. Jimin doesn't answer but stops after hear footsteps coming towards the bathroom. Jimin, can we please just talk? I want to talk to you, Yoongi says, assuring something amusing something is wrong. Jimin so quieter now so Yoongi doesn't hear, but Yoongi noticed the closed bathroom door as he walked into the bedroom. Yoongi walked more close and knock on the door. Please let me in. I know you are in there. I'm gonna kick this door down if you don't let me in. The red liquid stopped once the towel next to Jimin has absorbed the liquid. Open the door before you hurt yourself, Yoongi said, getting impatient. Too late, Jimin says as Yoongi is more worried now, pushing his body against the door, trying to force his way in. I unlocked it. It's unlocked. Quickly, Jimin pulled out his sweater sleeve, but it's not too long until the red liquid started to pick up again because the towel was off of the cut. Yoongi runs to Jimin, tears running down his face. I'm sorry, Yoongi says as he kneels before Jimin, sobbing into his shoulder. As he hugs Jimin, notice the red sleeve. Jimin, what this? Jungkook, Yoongi says, touching his forearm as Jimin sweater soaked with the red liquid. Oh, it's nothing really, no big deal. Don't worry about it, Jimin says, eyes watering. They doesn't look like nothing. Yoongi says, oh my god, Jimin, baby, why did you? Yoongi says, crying as he rolls up Jimin's sleeve, relieving many red marks. I'm sorry, Jimin says, sobbing onto Yoongi's more once more. Why you hate me, Yoongi? Jimin asks, sobbing. I don't hate you. Who says I hate you? Yoongi asks, shocking. Then what's the matter? Why don't you love me anymore? I'm not good enough for you? Jimin asks. No, it's not that. I still love you. What? But you behave all strange with me all this 1 month. Why? Jimin asks, getting confused. Because I didn't know if you still love me or not. I left you in college, so I thought you wouldn't want me anymore, but I wanted to be with you again. That is why I'm here. I came here to talk to you about this, Yoongi said. If you always love me and still love me, then why did you left me in college? Jimin asked, wiping his tears. I was worried for you at that time. Our mafia group was not powerful, so I was worried that the enemy mafia group will hurt you to get our group down, and that is why I had to leave you. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yoongi explained everything. I'm sorry, I thought you didn't love me. Jimin says, sobbing onto Yoongi once again. It's okay, Jimina, and I'm sorry I make you cry, baby, but I'm here and I'm never ever leaving you again. Yoongi said, kissing Jimin's forehead. You promise? Jimin asked, picking out the small cute pinky finger. Forever and always, Yoongi said, making a pinky promise. We need to clean you up, love, and treat your wound. Yoongi says, and wiping Jimin's tears from his cheeks. Jimin smiles, hugging Yoongi. Yoongi wraps Jimin into a warm embrace, kissing his bottle lips, letting go of Jimin, and he leads Yoongi into the bedroom. Yoongi pulls Jimin into the bed before climbing under a few blankets. Jimin cuddles up next to him as he lies his head over his side, running it up and down his back. He kisses Jimin as Jimin moves closer, itching for Yoongi's touch, but that was finally fulfilled where Jimin was able to fall asleep in Yoongi's arm, something Jimin craved to do the day Yoongi left him in college. The scars healed over time, and Yoongi vowed to continue take care of Jimin, especially when Jimin was struggling with his mental health. He promised to provide Jimin with anything he needed at any time, whether that was cuddle, kisses, hug, or any form of physical interaction. He promised to fulfill Jimin's need. So everyone, this is end of this special one short episode. I hope you will love it, and I'll see you again with another one short. Till then, take care. So bye bye.